Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will be back as that sails over the inline. On first down, Fields. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Escapes the defender. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go!
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. First carry now for David Montgomery. A first down and then some for Montgomery. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on third and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A shotgun snap, Fields. Hard throw, incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Williams now on the return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how.
Touchdown, Bengals! When you talk about Jamar Chase, one of the things that really stands out, his ability to take ordinary plays and then turn those into big ones.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Gostkowski for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Next to score, Bengals 14, Bears 3.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action, Fields. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Fields now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air again, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Damiere Byrd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Williams to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think
tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Burrow will throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands to try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 29, Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And all the way down to the 29.
Here we go. Here we go.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Well, throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
One play action. Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But now it's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Still fighting. And some space here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! Gabe Neighbors, 31 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Fields. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I like everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
Man open is Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Play action. It's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing again is Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
To throw again on second down. Burrow to the left side here for Eifert. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Finds a seam inside the 40. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd from 17 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Throwing after the interception. Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Finding room at the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And the Bears are very happy to have Tariq Cohen back for situations just like this. 150 catches combined in 2018 and 19, but hurt his knee in week 3 a year ago. Having his shifty moves and great hands, a terrific asset for their offense.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Off play action, Fields. Flush to his right. It's complete to Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Cohen.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
On second and goal, here's the option.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's Burrow. Got his man. It's Eifert. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Powering his way forward, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
They'll run it with Williams. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Mixon try to punch it in, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From back at the 2, here's third and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Mixon again.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up second down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Olivier Vernon able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
As we all know, a big priority for Cincinnati in 2021 is building up the line on both sides of the ball. They want to protect Joe Burrow on the offensive side, but the defense as a whole only produced 17 sacks last year, the lowest total in the NFL. So getting to the quarterback, as we just saw there, that's a nice sign for the Bengals.
Deep ball for Goodwin, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running left, it's Mixon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing. It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, and like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, got them short of the marker. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know. They want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now it's Fields. Steps away to his left. That's complete to Mooney. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On first down, it's Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. That's taken in by Higgins. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete to Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now up to 14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Room here to run. And down he'll go at the 25. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now Burrow on first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On third down, Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And one last throw here for Fields. Man open is Robinson.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Showdown, baby. You call it, we all it, baby.
A big offensive explosion.
These players are on the last year of their contract.